So we're at the Oakland Catholic Worker. We've just dropped off our Lenten collection donations, and Claire helped me bring them up. And Claire, can you just tell our viewers what your position is here, if you have one?
My classification is live-in volunteer.
Uh-huh.
So I live here and I work here. I'm on staff.
Uh-huh.
So basically what I do is I'm kind of the lead program coordinator. So I just kind of make sure the day-to-day activities of the house are working out, and I'm in charge of driving the van around, just going and getting supplies if we ever need it, stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
You know, just making sure everything runs smoothly. And there's a couple people here that help me out with that too, so I'm not the only one.
And so it looks like you're the cook too.
Just today.
I see.
Just today.
Uh-huh.
Everybody here in the house, staff and guests included, take a turn in the kitchen. So every day except for Sunday, we serve a hot meal to about 50 people a day, give or take. It depends on the time of the month, and it depends on kind of the day in the week. So Saturday we'll get fewer people, that sort of thing. But usually we just have rice and beans and sometimes fruit. Like today I'll be serving some of the oranges that were donated. And we also get cake from Whole Foods. So that's what we do for a hot meal service.
How did you end up here, Claire?
Oh, I had a friend of a friend who worked here, and my boyfriend lived in the area, and he hooked me up with her, and he knew that I wanted to come out here and do voluntary service, so that's kind of how it worked out. He knew I wanted to do voluntary service with Hispanics so that I could improve my Spanish.
Uh-huh.
Put this over here on the stove. So, yeah.
Are you able to converse with
Oh, yeah.
Spanish speakers? Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, I can hold my own in a conversation.
Uh-huh.
It may not be perfect, but
They understand you.
oh yeah, I get the point across for sure.
Uh-huh.
So that's nice. It's nice to be able to do that. It was something that I couldn't really do before I came here, so that's nice.
So do you have guests living here?
Right now?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we have two guests right now. One is from El Salvador and the other is from Mexico. The guy from El Salvador just moved here about a month ago, and the lady from Mexico has been here since about 6 months, for about 6 months. And then we have another guy moving in next month who's also from Mexico. So we'll have 3 guests.
What's the most you've ever had?
Well, this is the most 3 is the most we've ever had. We have capacity for 5 more guests, I think. There's really no rhyme or reason to why we have fewer guests and why we don't.
So Claire, is there anything that you think our parishioners would be surprised about as far as the worker goes?
Goodness, just spring that on me. Probably just how many people we actually do help in a given week. We totaled up how many, we keep a running total of how many people we serve every day. So on average, it's between 1,000 and 1,200 hot meals that we serve every month. And then we also have a produce distribution. We get food from the Alameda County Food Bank, and we give that out every Thursday here out front. And we typically have about 300 bags of food that we give out. So that's roughly the same amount of people, 1,000 to 1,200 people. And they're usually not the same people the people that come to distribution are not the same people that come for the hot meal. So, I mean, realistically, we're helping like 2,400 separate people, you know, in the area. And right now, I think I just heard there used to be a food distribution down International on like 60th or something, but they had to close down. So right now we're the only food distribution nonprofit in the area. There's another about 4 miles down, but that's a pretty far walk, you know, if you have a lot of food with you. So I think, yeah, if there's anything that people should be surprised at, it's the sheer number of people that we are able to help with their donations, you know, donations from parishes, donations from the food bank, donations from individuals. You know, I think that's pretty impressive for how small we are.
And so there's only 2 other people on staff besides you and Sister Susan?
There's 2 people on staff, and then there's also another live-in volunteer who's technically not on staff, but he's able to help us out too with things. So he takes a turn in the kitchen and stuff like that.
And so, do you have any idea what you're going to be doing next?
Well, I'm looking for a job in the medical field. I have some experience with being an admissions clerk and that sort of thing. So that's kind of what I'm looking for now. But I'm not quite sure when I'll leave the Catholic worker. I guess it depends on when I get an interview. So.
And have you had a chance to meet many of the guests and talk with them?
Like the ones that live here? Or just past guests?
Any kind.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's several that come by on a regular basis. One of our current guests actually works with a past guest. They paint houses together. The guy from El Salvador, we got him hooked up with this other guy that had been a past guest. And so that's really good to have that relationship, because they're both kind of like, hey, I know what it is to live in a Catholic worker, and I understand some of the rules that you need to follow, and I understand what their mission is. So basically, our mission is to get people independent, get them out of the house and into a job, into an apartment, living on their own. So we really try to make connections with people and do that sort of thing.
Any other success stories that you know of?
Yeah, actually the lady from Mexico that lives here right now, when she came, she didn't have papers or anything. She had been living here for like 30 years or something, but just kind of under the radar. But she was working with an immigration lawyer, and so about 3 or 4 months ago, I don't remember exactly, she actually got her Social Security card, and she got her work visa card thing. So now she's able to work legally. She has a Social Security card, so all of her work is, she's going to get Social Security when she retires, which is great. And she has a mostly full-time job right now. She's actually working right now. So that's actually been a good success story. That she was able to get all of her, wow, that's really hot. That she was able to get her papers and get a job. So that's really what we try to do with people here, is get them into a job.
And how long have you been here, Claire?
I've been here since late August, so right around 6.5 months now.
Anything else you'd like our parishioners to know about the Catholic worker?
Just that we really appreciate your donations, and if it weren't for parishes like you and other super generous organizations, we would not exist. We are a nonprofit, we don't make any money, we don't charge anything for anyone. So if it weren't for donations, we wouldn't exist. We wouldn't be here. So it's thanks to you guys that we were able to help all these people. So we really appreciate that.
Okay.